everyone, it's Greg here to do your monthly tarot reading for June 2015. It's really nice to be with you. Thank you for joining me. It's a real privilege to be able to do this for you. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for this reading, and the way I'm going to do it is the original classic format, which is I draw one card for each week of the month, so 4 cards, and then I'm going to draw a final overall card to give you a major theme. Okay, so let me just put these together, and I'm going to draw your cards for June here. So let's have a look. I've got a really good feeling about June. I'm looking forward to it. I love June. I think it's one of the best months of the year. So let's have a look. We've got 3 cards in reverse and 1 card the right way round. Okay, so the first card is the 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so what that means is you can see this young man kind of gathering up these wands and really struggling with them. He's doing a good job, but it's not easy. Okay, so he's gathered them all up, he's taking them into the town, and he's solving the problems. It's in reverse, which means that as you enter the month, you really start to solve problems, you really gather things together, and it gets easier as you go into the month. So let's say June 1, 2, 3 are about making decisions. You benefit from that work, you benefit from your efforts. June 4, 5, 6, 7, and things start to really go your way in terms of creativity, in terms of your life purpose, and in terms of doing what it is you want to do. The second week comes around and you're feeling a little less than inspired. Okay? The Ace of Wands is a blessing from the universe. It's inspiration, it's growth, it's ideas popping in. And it's in reverse, which means there are certain things that you have to do to access that. You know, sometimes we wander through life and these flashes of inspiration just hit us, free of charge, out of the blue. We can be, you know, playing computer games or watching reality television, and we're still inspired despite ourselves, okay? But that's not going to happen in the second week of June. If you want to be inspired, you have to do certain things to get there. So you have to align yourself with inspiration. And where does inspiration come from? Inspiration comes from the universe, the creator, source, God, however you describe that. So if you want to access that inspiration, do that by clearing your mind in terms of getting yourself to that place of God. Meditate, do yoga, actually start painting or start writing and see the inspiration flow. But it doesn't just appear out of nowhere, even if you're distracted. Okay, so if you want that, you're going to have to take a little bit of action to make it happen. Week 3 of June. So we've got the 5 of Wands in reverse, and that's a really good sign because you can see these young men kind of fighting, and they're using wands to fight. The same as here and same as here. The battle for your creativity is over. When it's in reverse, the conflict leaves and moves, and you have the freedom to be creative and to move forward. So what you've been striving towards in week 3 has a positive outcome because you get to that creativity that you've been striving towards, that you've been trying to get to. And all of these ones are about practical actions in your life, transitioning into doing something that's meaningful to you and seeing an area of your life grow. Okay, so if what you really care about, the ones are life purposes, what gets you fired up. And if what you care about at the moment is sorting out your personal intimate relationship, then meditate, ask for guidance to do that, transition into sorting out those problems, and by week 3 you can make real progress. So this is a month really so far about building bridges and making something that you care about, making it better. If you care about your work and if you care about finding something that you genuinely want to do, then try different things at the beginning of June. Go volunteer at the local animal shelter. Go work in the grocery shop. Go to the local printers and see if that's for you. Maybe go to the haberdashery and see if you want to do that. Whatever it is, you can work really hard, apply yourself, ask for answers, ask for guidance, and you can get that out of the way. Now, the final week of the month, so the end of June, is a bit of a blip. You can see that there. The 9 of Swords, you can see someone sitting up in bed, head in hands, swords intersecting. And the 9 of Swords represents worry, and it represents sleepless nights, and it represents a lack of trust. So you've worked so hard the whole month to really have trust, to really get yourself to a better place, and you actually achieve that. And then rather than celebrate your success, you go into worry about what's next, what's missing. This is a phenomenon that really is very, very common. So for instance, someone has been dreaming about doing something for years, okay, and it's been really, really difficult and out of their grasp. They achieve it after years of struggle, and rather than celebrate the success that they've got, so say, it took me 2 years and I've finally done it, they don't take that moment. They immediately go into, okay, well, how am I going to maintain my dream? How am I going to pay my bills so I don't lose it all? And that's what happens here. It's running anxiety. It's the ego kind of sneaking up on you and pulling the joy away from you if you decide to go with worry. So again, it's about taking control and actively saying, I've achieved something here, I don't need to worry, I can just enjoy this for now, and I don't have to immediately go into a place of fear or lack of trust. So this whole month is about self-discipline. You don't get creative just out of the blue, you have to work for it. You aren't just carefree and happy-go-lucky, you have to keep worry at bay. June is really about a practice, a consistent practice to keep yourself in a good place, to keep yourself being creative, to keep yourself in a positive, constructive frame of mind. But unfortunately, for whatever reason, it doesn't just come free of charge this month. You have to get busy. Which sounds kind of like a bit of a drag. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but it's much more fun when things just come in miraculously and wonderfully. But it's these kind of times where you actually have to work at things that build confidence. Because at the end of this month, you'll succeed at all of this stuff. You'll be creative, you won't worry, you'll get to where you wanted to go, and you'll say, hey, I did this by being really diligent, being really focused. And that's the kind of thing that gives you self-confidence. Because it's not about feeling good when the chips are up, if that's a phrase, but it's about when the chips are down, saying, hey, I can rely on myself because when it comes to the crunch, I can really perform. And that's what this kind of month teaches you, because you do perform and you do really well in June, okay? Despite things being a little bit more challenging. So let's get the overall message here for the month. I'm going to draw a final card. And the card is Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? Knight of Wands is creativity, passion, being really, really inspired, enthusiastic, and it's in reverse. So basically what happens is negative thinking comes in to take away your creative flow, your creative juice, your passion, your joy, and you really have to, again, be diligent about keeping those negative thoughts at bay so that your creative, passionate, light energy doesn't go out. So we've got 4 wands here, and 4 of them are in reverse, okay? So your creativity is a little bit in peril, and it's being threatened by a lack of faith and negative thinking, which can, I mean, nothing kills creativity like fear, does it? Creativity has to come from a place of, it can operate within fear, don't get me wrong, but you can't be in fear and creative. You have to choose. You have to either be creative or worry and be fearful. You can't do both. So that's the choice for June. Choose creativity and don't choose fear. Let's get rid of that. Bye-bye, fear. Let's keep this and let's turn it around. So let's make that decision together. Repeat after me. In June, I choose my own creativity. I will be creative, I will be passionate, and I will enjoy life, my output, and I will be passionate and excited by the things in my life. And that's what I choose. And so it is. There we go. Let's pick these, let's put these numbers together. We've got 9 and 10 is 19, 20, 21, and 5 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 is about power and personal responsibility. You have the power to be creative and to shape the month in the way that you want it. But an attitude of laissez-faire, as they say, is not going to do it. You have to really be diligent and practice. So have a wonderful month. It looks like a great month. At the beginning of this reading, I said that I've got a good feeling about June. It's one of my favorite months, and I still have that now after doing this reading, because it means to me personally that if I work hard and if I apply myself, good things will happen to me, and it will give me a greater reliance on myself, which to me is a real gift. Okay, so I'm going to be working in conjunction with my guides, with my angels, to do work that I care about, and I feel really encouraged that I'll get a great outcome. So I hope that's been useful to you. It's given you some, you just wait for this plane to pass. There we go. I hope it's given you some insight and guidance into what June's going to look like for you. If you'd like some specific guidance, a private tarot reading personal to you specifically, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab and select the reading there. You can also email me. The address is readings@gregoryscott.co.uk, or you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/gregoryscott444, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Have a fabulous June, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm using the Radiant Rider Waite deck for this reading. Let's see what's coming up. Okay.